So welcome to my first 48 hours living in Tokyo. Now, one of the things that I love to do when visiting a new place is going on a run on the first day. However, this morning's run has actually also got kind of a special purpose, which is the fact that I rather stupidly forgot to bring exchanges, like plug exchanges. So yeah, this morning's run is actually running to a camera store in Japan. Apparently it's massive. Now, something that I realised on my first run yesterday is that this city is not set up for running. In terms of how the infrastructure is set up, and in terms of like how like crossroads work, etc., where you're not allowed to cross the road when it's red. Like if you get caught jaywalking here, like it's a big no-no. No one does it. I mean, you run for about 150 meters, and then you got to pray that it's a green light, and if it's not a green light, you got to stop. And it's just repeating that over and over again. So, effectively going like a kilometer could take you, I don't know, like 8 minutes. And here we have it, big camera. What I'm hoping is the Japanese equivalent to curries. Whenever I see like Japanese tech online, it is the most futuristic, out of this world thing, and then we normally get it in England about 7 years later. So I'm quite intrigued to see what this store's actually got. I'm gonna be so honest, this is my idea of hell. How do you know what you're looking for? There's just so much stuff. It's making my brain hurt. I just want an adapter. We found it. Let's get out of here. Right, foreign electricity unlocked. Next stop, food. So I can appreciate for the normal person going to a supermarket may not be that exciting. However, personally, I love it. I love it. It was one of the things that got me through lockdown during COVID, those trips to Tesco. To then add another layer to that, when I'm in a foreign country, it is like normally one of the highlights of my entire trip. I'm gonna get a wiggle on because the actual supermarket that I've chosen is a 35-minute walk from my house. But I've got a feeling it's a good one. Right, well apparently the supermarket is somewhere in here. Right, well we've made it. My gut is telling me that this might be the Japanese Waitrose. It's got a feeling of it being expensive. Another thing that I've noticed, and this isn't like necessarily just from this store, everything, and I mean everything in Japan is in plastic. They love it. If it can possibly be put in plastic, it's in plastic. Even like the meat on display here is all wrapped individually in plastic. Even the fruit, for example, has like protective plastic inside the plastic. I mean, there's actually so much plastic on whatever that is that I can't even tell what it is. It might be a melon. Oh, it's a watermelon. The actual reason why the trolleys are apparently so small, they like to emphasize little and often shopping in Japan. It's meant to hopefully stop like wastefulness. You know, in the UK, for example, you might buy one big trolley of shopping every week, and then, you know, how much of that kind of ends up in the waste. So I thought that was kind of nice, you know? Yeah, that's why this bad boy is rather petite. Right, I think it's time to leave. I think the amount in my trolley is getting rather a lot. I'm actually quite scared for what the final number is going to be. It just keeps going up. I mean, yeah, that kind of is how shopping works, but 21,000 yen. That means literally nothing to me. That could be £1 million.
A few moments later.
Holy shit. I just got the notification for how much that shop cost. £115. Right, let's go. Okay, well I can confirm that even supermarket sushi is levels above any sushi that I've had in the UK. So this evening we are heading to the football. I booked some tickets to watch FC Tokyo. One of my favourite things to do, or one of my many favourite things to do when I visit a new place, is to go and watch the local football team. It tells me a lot about the area that I am, and also I love football. And the really good news is that I've managed to persuade some guys to come with me, who most of which I've never met before. So it could be a little bit interesting, but at least I'm not going to be there sat in the stands by myself. Anyway, let's go. I don't know if you can hear that, but they play bird noises in the tube to like calm people down, so it's just quite a stressful environment. Like there is something very, very mindful about Tokyo. London is so rough and ready, it's really, you know, it's very dirty, it's not really looked after, it doesn't feel clean. But here, like the air's clean, like they play bird noises, it's kind of beautiful really. This one was the Bernabeu in Tokyo. It's not a bad looking stadium, eh? Well, I have been to a lot of football. A lot of football. This actually might be the best atmosphere I've ever been to. Like, listen to it, man. For context, by the way, this stadium is like the same size as, say, the Olympic Stadium where West Ham play, and they are filling it. Like, I am a long way from that, and this is loud. So the attendance just came up on the board, 44,000 people here today. I mean, considering I wasn't even sure like if there'd even be like 5,000 people here, my mind is blown, honestly. Like the passion, everything about it, I love it. I'm gonna come again. One experience, man, one experience. Can I say, I'm officially a Tokyo United fan. I will be coming home in a way. So, good morning. This morning is already a beautiful start to the day. First of all, it's so sunny, which is really, really nice. It's been quite grey since I've arrived, and that's been disappointing because Freya's been showing me all of the beautiful sunny skies that she's experiencing in London, well, not in London, in the UK. Besides that though, the schedule for today, very straightforward. It's kind of finishing up all of the little bits that I didn't get to yesterday, and then I think we're going to do a little bit of exploring this evening. The first bit on this agenda though, however, is the gym. So I think we can all agree having access to a gym is super, super important, especially when moving to a new place. Having somewhere that you can feel like you can call home outside of your home, especially when things start to go wrong, which they always do, is vital. On top of that, it's such a brilliant pillar to be able to form healthy habits and a healthy routine, which is super important again. The only thing that I will say is that I know nothing, like literally nothing, about Japanese gym culture, about what to expect or anything like that. All that I do know is that there's a gym about a 25-minute walk from me, which is pretty good because every other gym that I could find seems to be getting on the tube, which is not so good. Anyway, we're going to be experiencing this together for the first time, so fingers crossed, and hopefully I don't get shouted at. Okay, this is kind of bizarre. This is so different to any gym that I've ever experienced in the UK. No tattoos, no phone. You can't wear your shoes in the gym. You have to like have separate shoes. You can't wear your shoes in the locker room. You have to wear slides, and you're not allowed to film, and you're not allowed on your phone. So I'm not really sure what I could show of this, but just know I am actually gymming. I promise. I haven't just like rocked up and paid £80 for a month's gym membership to not use it.
1 hour later.
I mean, look, as you can probably tell by my physique or lack of, I am not the craziest, most loyal gym goer. But one thing that I've got to say is that as an overall experience trumps any other gym that I've been in. And look, it wasn't the nicest gym ever, but like just generally how the whole experience is conducted, just far superior to any British or American or I don't know, even European gym I've been in. Now, firstly, the phone, or I guess lack of. Initially I was like, what the f is to this. Like, obviously I should be allowed to use my phone. This is ridiculous. But in reality, like, a gym is a space to just go and work out. And actually, by removing the phone, it made me solely focus on that aspect of it. And secondly, the shoes. Now look, initially when I was told that I was going to have to rent shoes to be able to go inside a gym, I was like, like, what do you mean I'm going to rent shoes? It's just more money, like you're just trying to get more money out of me. Actually, I think by having separate stages of like actually entering the gym and working out, creates this real process and environment where you feel ready to like just do the workout section. I loved it. We're going back again. And to be fair, I have paid for a month membership, obviously I'm going back again, but we are definitely going back again. Right, so I now feel like I have done my due diligence as a Tokyo local. I'm set up, I have everything in the flat that I think I need. I've found my local football team, I've got the bin bags, and now it's time to be what I actually am, which is a tourist. So let's go and see some cool shit in Tokyo. The first stop being the cherry blossom in Ueno Park. There really is just something so captivating about Blossom, signalling the start of something new, a new beginning, the better weather, most importantly. I mean, honestly, 100% recommend. Next stop, however, is Shibuya and sushi. We're going to be going to my first sushi restaurant, which I'm very excited for. So before we actually get to the crossing itself, a little bit of context for you. It is the busiest pedestrian crossing in the world. 2.4 million people cross this a day and up to 3,000 people at a time. It's called a scramble crossing. It basically means that everyone just crosses at the same time and all the traffic stops. And apparently it is mental. This is crazy. Look how many people there are. Oh my. Here we go. Crazy, actually crazy. Oh my lord. Do you know what kind of like the craziest part about this is really, is that if this was in London, like I would not feel relaxed or safe in this environment at all. Like this many people is a lot, but I don't know. It's kind of peaceful here really. Anyway, let's go to dinner. That is one of the best restaurants I've eaten in a long time. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to eat sushi in the UK again. Holy, I didn't know sushi could be that good. Anyway, one final stop, and then it's bed. It really does take your breath away, eh? It almost doesn't look real. But I mean, to be honest, like there's moments like this where I'm like, wow, you know, I'm so lucky to be here. What an incredible opportunity, what an incredible city. I mean, look at it, it's beautiful. Crazy to think though that this is now my home now. How the world works in magical ways.